Hi, my name is Sandi Jerome, and my script is DeltaPi. It's a 1 hour Dramedy TV pilot. I lived at home during college, but I have a good friend who constantly talks about his fraternity brothers and the best times of his life. Once I ignorantly said, well, maybe I should have lived in a fraternity. And he said, oh, you silly girl, you'd live in a sorority. I wondered why. If living in a prestigious law focused fraternity was the key to lifelong success, why aren't they coed? You would think that colleges would be the most forward thinking place, but maybe not. Some very successful shows were set at college, Felicity and Gilmore Girls, but the Legally Blonde movies and musical have the theme of belonging, and that's what the script explores. Set mostly inside of the sorority or fraternity house, Delta Pi is a lower budget script appealing to all ages across the country and generations. Viewers will remember their Greek days fondly or aspire to be in the Greek life or merely enjoy the grounded humor that comes from what happens in my script, Delta Pi. An ambitious, driven college freshman accidentally spray paints her future sorority sisters lavender, and after she gets banned from every campus sorority house and the dorms are full, she must accept the erroneous invitation letter that her father's legacy law fraternity sent her and prove it's the only place she belongs. We have three main characters. Jordan Perry, 18, is our slightly neurodivergent and eager protagonist. She has trouble fitting in, and even under the best conditions. She has a pet iguana that's like her, often misunderstood because it has a focus on one at once and that rough exterior. Her nemesis is Logan, the asshole president of Delta Pi, a little bit older, and he's determined to keep the old male only legacy and acquires a deep hatred of both Jordan and a fear of lizards. And then there's the darling Troy, who appears to be rather geeky, but he becomes Jordan's love interest. Well, at least he's hoping to be, if either one of them can get up the nerve to kiss each other. The pilot story opens on a warm summer day at the sorority house where they're repainting it. When Jordan's power sprayer snakes away, she mistakenly paints all of the sorority sisters lavender. While trying to make amends, she agrees to help another sister enter her little brother's application into Delta Pi, the prestigious law fraternity, and the same fraternity that 5 generations of Jordan's family men have pledged. She enters her information for another sorority application, but it mistakenly submits it, but to Delta Pi. The guys at Delta Pi are aware of that Perry name and a long history of real men. They sent that formal invitation letter to Jordan as a legacy pledge. The ever resourceful Jordan decides to rent an old house and start a law focused co ed fraternity. She takes her invitation letter to Delta Pi and asks Troy's older brother, Franklin, to get help with the Greek Council approval for her new fraternity to hide from her parents the shame of not getting into a house. Franklin wants to get his little brother Troy into Delta Pi and sees this as a perfect opportunity to deflect attention away from the geeky Troy. Franklin agrees to take Jordan's proposal to the Greek Council the next month if she'll move into Delta Pi for a month and protect Troy from the other frat brothers who don't think he's really Delta Pi material. Jordan thinks she might be attracted to Troy, but she's never dated before. All this is new for our goal focused, nerdy girl. Although it's a drama with the theme of acceptance and the issue of gender, but the tone of the series can be humorous as Jordan tries so hard but often fails, especially when she thinks bug bombs would clear the clogged toilets, and she teaches her frat brothers how to get the attention of the opposite sex by almost kissing one of their girlfriends. Now, the first season revolves around our driven protagonist trying to fit in and struggling to remain in the traditional old guard fraternity. She usually does the wrong things for the right reasons, so we root for her. It's neither pro nor con about the Greek experience, but can't resist at times being funny, like the old classic Animal House, but it's very female-centric story. Jordan fights lots of battles, but wins the big one at the end. She has the charter for her new fraternity, a co ed fraternity sorority, Gamma Delta. She finally kisses Troy, earns the respect of her parents, and even gets help painting it from the former Lavender Girls. Now, the second season moves into more from the Legally Blonde I Belong Here theme into a war between the traditional Delta Pi and the new Gamma Delta. Like Revenge of the Nerds, and the outcasts are finally winning and getting their rewards. In the third season, the new coed Gamma Delta is a hit, and Delta Pi decides maybe it should go coed to compete for the best new pledges. Jordan has won the whole why does gender matter issue. So why me? Well, I write smart, female, character driven stories with heart. I graduated from UCLA's advanced screenwriting program and won the Native American Media Fellowship twice, where I wrote a TV pilot, Blood Moon Wolf, a teen fantasy comedy about a wolf turning into a girl. And during my previous NAMA fellowship, I wrote a Ted Lasso like TV pilot sci fi dramedy, technically soccer, set in the exciting world of women's professional soccer and AI, artificial intelligence. My sci fi thriller, Last Woman, is in the top 7% of Coverfly, and I've been a Nichols and an Austin Film Festival finalist with 5 different scripts. I have an animated sci fi script being produced by Black Orb Studios, and I have my cohorts. Why now? The question, why does gender matter, is a hot topic nationwide. College life stories are evergreen. Although Seth MacFarlane has tried to bring the Revenge of the Nerds back as a reboot, but he's learned that the raunchy things from the 80s don't hold up well. But the theme of acceptance and belonging of Legally Blonde does. We need stories with heart.